Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. It is time for the challenge. I didn't take a lot of notes. I did not take a lot of notes. It was a good episode, but I have some questions. So let's just get right into it. Because it's a lot of things going through my mind after watching this. So up first, we get to see Corey versus Fessy. Corey is pissed. He's lost 2 friends yesterday or whenever they filmed this. He's lost 2 friends because his homeboy Nelson had to go home and Fessy double-crossed him. Fessy mentioned something that I said last week in my video. I don't think Fessy, he's not that good of a player, of a strategic player to be like, oh, I'm going to double cross Nelson because I want to break Nelson and Corey up. That never went through Fessy's mind. He said, when I saw the haul, I had to get in. Fessy has been saying since episode 1, he wants to do a hall brawl. Football is his thing. That's what he wants to do. Was it dirty that it was up against Nelson? When it's $1 million on the line, some people don't give a damn. And y'all have to understand that. Like, Corey, not everyone is going to give up $1 million for you and your babies at home. Like, some people want $1 million for themselves. I can see how people just, when you're in the moment of the show, it looks like a dirty move. It looks like, I don't know what Tori and Fessy had going on, but I got questions. I have questions. And I said it again last week. To me, the one who showed their cards, Luke and Angelo, has that squeak toy. He better not bring it in here. The one who showed their cards last week was Tori. And we're going to get into that. So I'm hoping Corey and Fessy can repair their relationship and maybe try to work together, and because they're both going to be on upcoming seasons down the line. And I did hear in all the after chats and all the Twitter that, Nelson dislocated his thumb. And in the hall brawl, Fessy was going for his thumb, trying to twist his thumb and throw dirt in his eyes, and he was slamming him. Look, it's a hall brawl. It's one of the most violent eliminations of the challenge, and it's the one that we all love the most. True, right? We're gonna get into that some more. So now it's Josh's turn. Like, Josh was like, that was very selfish. And I'm like, Josh, shut the fuck up. Nobody was talking to you. And then we get to see the scene. We done seen it all in the Super trailer. Josh, you scared every season. You always scared. And see, people on Twitter done spilled Josh's tea that he was in the house crying. I believe it. He was in the house crying, begging not to go into the elimination. I 100% believe that if it was Josh versus Nelson, Josh would have went home. I don't care how big and strong Josh is. Nelson has the speed. And Nelson, I don't think Josh would have played as dirty. Fessy even said, like, look, we were going to lose Josh or Nelson. So I guess Fessy said it might as well be Nelson. I don't know. I'm not that mad at the move, so I don't get all the backlash. Like, let's move on from it. What comes up next? Corey says he's going to get his revenge against Fessy. I think that's just a foreshadowing to somewhere along the line, probably towards the middle of the end or the end of the season. We're going to see a Corey versus Fessy crater. Let's ask the question right now. No, let's get into the episode. I'm going to ask my questions at the end because I have super trailer questions. So, the rookies all have eyes on Tori because Tori is walking around the house calling everybody weak. She wants to go in elimination against a little girl, a little tiny Amber M, because she wants to throw her around like a rag doll and get her gold skull. Well, y'all watched. We already know that's not going to happen. Or will it? I have questions. Is Big T in charge of the girls? As Funky Dineva would say, is Big T in charge of the girls. It seems like it, at least the rookie girls, like people are treating Big T, and I believe this is what her third season, like she's a rookie. To me, to me, Big T has to still prove herself. Like, I don't like the edit they gave Big T this episode. I don't like, we're going to get into it some more. I don't like the way CT talks to her. I don't like the way she's getting this mastermind. Like, I already knew from the beginning of the episode when Big T is in a group of girls talking about they would like to see Tori go in against her best friend Anissa. I already knew what was going to happen. Because why would the editors show us that scene? Like, this episode had no aha moments. Like, I knew from that scene at the beginning of the episode that this was CT's and Big T's week to win. So let's move on. Are we upset that Tori is calling everyone weak? Look, I'm not upset. Tori had a way this episode to really turn me off, and she's on my fantasy team. And like, I wasn't even rooting for her to win at the end, and she's on my fantasy team because she turned me completely off. This little hanger thing, it doesn't want me to be great on film. But it's just the way she talks to people, and the whole time I was like, Tori, what have you won? Like, you aren't a champ, you're a vet, but what have you won? You have not won Nan Challenge. So calm down. Calm down. I just didn't like the way she was talking to everybody like she was all that. And I think she's a great competitor, but everyone has their day, as we shall see. Now, Big T goes and tells CT the plan. She's in charge of the girls. The girls want Tori and they tired of her ass. This is what we want, you know, the house vote, blah, 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 whatever. CT is down. I don't believe Big T is in charge of the girls, because if CT at any moment would have said, I don't want Tori to go home, I don't think those votes would have went down the way they went down. I think just like that one episode where the editors want us to believe that Big T gathered all the votes for her partner to get in so she could trade partners and get CT. I don't believe for a second that, I don't think Big T has the clout of the vets to pull votes. Let's go ahead. I'm going to explain in a minute what I think happened. So we have the challenge. Let's get through this real quick. I love this week's challenge. It was physical. You had to show some strength. The girls didn't have to do shit but hang on, stand on a platform, hang on, and when TJ pushed the button, hope their partner pulled the rope in time to grab hold of their hands. So the men did all of the work this week. I don't know why I'm surprised at Jay. Jay is on my fantasy team. I didn't expect Jay to win. Now, they did show a clip. They showed a clip. Teresa had her toes on that opening. So I don't know how much holding on Jay was really doing. But I'm assuming that was okay, because if it wasn't, I know people on the, the bystanders would have been screaming bloody hell that Teresa was cheating. So Jay did an amazing job. Like, he was the first one to pull that rope. I was more surprised at Nam being last. I knew Leroy wasn't going to be able to hold up Anissa. I just knew it. It seemed like over on the other team, they said Josh made a big brother deal with CT. It was like, CT, I'm cool with you. You'll drop. And CT was like, this ain't big brother. It's challenge. I ain't dropping. And so Josh was like, we cool. And CT said, yeah. So that's when Josh let Nani go. And Nani was like, no. I loved it. Like, I liked it. I definitely would have been DQ'd, because my ass wouldn't have been, You ain't flinging me over. Even Michi did a good job pulling his rope. Like, I don't see any weakness amongst anyone. Now, true enough, this week was the men. The girls ain't really show us anything. But I don't see anyone where you can be like, oh, they weak, they the layup. I do understand. Someone said it earlier. It's not necessarily, later in the episode, it's not necessarily we're calling you a layup because we think you're weak, but experience is a good teacher. You know what I mean? So I think it's just when you've been in elimination and you have that mindset and you kind of know what to expect, I think vets want to go against rookies. I ain't got no problem with that. So CT and Big T win. I think they said it was by 5 seconds. Now I forgot to say, Natalie went home. I had to delete my tweet because I do it at work all the time where I just read the subject of the email, and based on the subject of the email will determine if I think it's pertinent or not to read. So on Twitter, all I saw was an article saying that Natalie went home because she was pregnant. And so I was like, oh, congratulations, Natalie. And I was tweeting it like, I'm so happy for you. Like, it's okay that you went home to have a baby. You know me, all in happy land. And then somebody in my comments talking about, girl, did you read the article? And I'm like, shit, is it a lie? Is she not pregnant? Like, what do you mean? And so finally, everybody's like, da-da-da-da. And so I read it and I was like, oh, because if you clicked on the article, it would say she had a miscarriage, and condolences. That is so sad, Natalie. I should have read the article. I didn't mean to be tweeting, because I understand I've never had a miscarriage, so I don't know the emotions behind it, but I can empathize, and I'm sorry for your loss. And I just pray that you do have a baby one day. So I'm sorry for not reading before I tweeted, but that's why Natalie went home. She was at the time pregnant and she had to leave. They must have just started giving these pregnancy tests after Melissa was 5 months pregnant last season in the finale or in the final. But her baby was healthy and beautiful. So moving on from that. And so Ashley M got to come back. Is it Ashley M? Ashley got to come back. Is that fair? Is that fair that, Natalie was going home anyway. At least she didn't get a gold skull. Like, I really don't care that Ashley M came back. It's not like they have a lot of people in holding because it's already COVID. They already had to quarantine for all this time. So it's not like they could just fly out somebody new. Now, let's get into it right here since we're talking about Ashley coming back. I believe it's a secret redemption house in the challenge that TJ hasn't spilled the tea of yet. They ain't even spilled the tea to us. So it's because Ashley went home week 1. We on week 4 or 5. We on week 5. So why is Ashley still got her ass in Iceland? Because Iceland ain't no quick flight. I believe it's a secret redemption house. Let me tell you why I also believe. The super trailer is ruining the season. It's not really ruining the season, but it's things that have happened in the super trailer that have not yet happened on the show. Like, we haven't seen the scene of Fessy and Corey talking about, oh, they're going to try to break us up, and they're going to try to break us up by making us go in against each other. And Tori is sitting right there on the bed with those two gentlemen. And Tori, she lost. She gone. We're going to get into that in a minute. Tori is home. So we haven't seen that scene yet. So does Tori get to come back at one point in time? And there's another scene where Nelson and Jay are grabbing backpacks talking about, let's go be rogue agents, or, and we haven't seen that scene with Nelson and Jay. So is there a redemption somewhere? Or is there some crazy challenge where some more people get hurt and Tori and Nelson get to come back? I don't know. I just feel like I haven't seen those scenes yet. That also makes me believe that somewhere down the line, Corey and Fessy have to make up, because why would you care about going in, everyone breaking y'all up by making y'all go into a crater together if you ultimately want revenge for the situation anyway? But I don't know. Like, I heard on the Twitter streets that Corey and Fessy are not friends to this day. Like, they aren't really as friendly anymore. They don't talk to each other. I don't know. But what do y'all think? Am I tripping? Did MTV just show us some stuff in the super trailer to throw us off so we won't be looking, and spoiling the season? Or are these people coming back? I don't know. But where am I at? So I said Big T and CT wins. I don't like the way CT talks to Big T. And I'm sure it's nothing behind it. It could just be my irritation level. You know how it could just be, it's probably just me. But it seems like I don't want to say patronizing, but it's like CT didn't even want to be partners with Cam. So I don't know why it just seems like he's overly excited about being partners with Big T. Like, oh, I just want a partner that is going to throw their body into it for $1 million. Like, you didn't think Cam was going to give her all for $1 million. And it's like, oh, I just want a partner with a big heart. And I'm like, and show me your mean face. And I'm like, oh, this is some bullshit. I don't like, it could be, I don't know what it is, but Big T's comedy and the stuff people think is so hilarious, it's just not my cup of tea. It like the and cotton pads, like all of that gets on my last nerve. It gets on my last nerve. It just seems like Big CT is playing the game. As soon, I can guarantee you, I would put, y'all know I like to bet my paycheck. I will put it all on the line that when CT gets his gold skull, he drops Big T so fast. I don't know who he'll get. I'm sure he might pick up a Casey. I could see him picking up. He might go back to Cam. He might switch back over to Ashley M. I don't know. But it ain't Ashley M. You know who I'm talking about. But I feel like as soon as he gets that gold skull and he could trade from Big T, deuces. Deuces, get your angry face and your cotton pads to who's ever left. I don't know. So let's get to the vote. They're giving Big T so much, like, kiss my hand. I'm the VIP. I'm the queen. She got on her pink braids. Whoever did that wig, they did a good job. I like that wig. And she had on her royalty headband. And I was just like, y'all are giving Big T way too much. And then somebody was all in my comments where CT said she could take over the politics. That's what CT said, but like I said in the beginning of this review, if CT would have said Tori ain't going in, Tori and Anissa wouldn't have went in. And I'm surprised because Anissa and CT are supposed to be cool. I think CT is back to just playing his as long as it's not me, he don't give a damn game. But they were just giving Big T too much and it was aggravating me. And y'all be like, Angie, you just hating. Okay, I don't mind hating, but it was too much for me. Now let me tell you why I feel like the plan was a go this week. I feel like the plan was a go this week because think about it, all the other ladies in the house, if we can go ahead and knock out Tori or Anissa this week, those are less people we got to go against at the end of the game. A lot of people are playing in game. Like, a lot of people are not scared to go against Anissa in a crater. A lot of people, especially like Cam, who else is left? Casey, Nani, they don't want to go in against each other and get their gold skulls. I think they want to knock some of the stronger women out. So it'll only be the rookies left. So like Cam can go in against an Amber M. KC can go in against a Big T. Nani can probably go in against a Gabby. they trying to say who they perceive as, I ain't gonna call them weak because we really don't know what they give, but they want to keep the rookies around for their goals. You know, and then Anissa, I feel like I said, nobody's scared of Anissa. And so many girls have left the competition. Hell, it might not be too many. It's not even going to be the instance of we have to go in and take Anissa's, because it's still 4 gold skulls out there left to get. So I understand why the house voted in Tori and Anissa. I don't give it to Big T, because Big T and them just mad that Tori called them weak. But if they thought about it, all of their asses calling them weak. Now, next week, because I feel like it has to be another girls' elimination because they only got 1 gold skull. But the next girls' week, if Big T can rally the girls and say it's time for Cam and Lolo to go in, if they can get the mindset of we want the strong girls to knock each other out so we can get the gold skulls in the end, then I may reevaluate. But as of this week, let's move on. But that's why I think they got the house to go along with their plan. And I know I say I think a lot, but I feel like the guys, I don't understand their reasoning, because ultimately y'all might be left with a so-called weaker partner. But I also believe in this redemption house, but I could just be tripping. So Anissa is the house vote. They throw Tori ass in there. They all, oh, we don't want to go against my best friend. Okay, but that's all y'all been, like, they had at least 3 to 4 scenes of Tori and Anissa coming together in their room. Well, I just hope they don't put us in against each other. Like, the foreshadowing, the edit, like, y'all couldn't get nobody else scared. Like, it was just like, we knew it was going to happen. I said thick thighs save lives and they win gold skulls. I'm telling you, when you pulling something heavy like that, you pulling with your legs. You're pulling with your legs. Now, Anissa, she probably can't hold on to shit. She probably ain't got that upper body strength that she used to. But them thighs can pull them medicine balls and knock them over. The whole time of the crater, I'm looking at Tori and I'm like, but you was talking shit. Because somebody reminded me on Twitter that Tori just a couple of seasons ago was calling Anissa a layup. Like, people don't fear Anissa. They've never feared Anissa. I mean, and she's a good competitor. I ain't taking them from you, girl. But let's just keep it real. Like, as I watch reruns of the challenge and things like that, people never put respect on Anissa's name. But she always would get y'all asses out. And it would seem like someone who's really good at eliminations, I wouldn't want to go up against her. But Anissa won. Congratulations, Anissa. Tori was on my fantasy team, so that was a blow. But like I said, I wasn't even cheering for Tori to get that skull, because I don't like cocky people in the game. I just like people who show me what they can do. Don't be talking shit, but you can't back it up. You know? I said Payback is a bitch, and the bitch's name is Anissa. Anissa said, look, I honestly didn't think she was going to do this, but she said, look, this person has been mean to me, talking shit. They don't believe in me, but Fessy, bring your ass over here anyway. Yes, Anissa, take his ass right back. Because in order for Fessy to get a new partner, he has to convince whoever he wants, which he probably wants KC. He has to convince KC's scary ass to get down in the crater and steal him back, which she's not going to do until she feels like it's an easy scenario. Or he going to have to put his skull on the line to win it again so he can snatch KC again. I was not mad at Anissa. I didn't think she would do it, because I personally wouldn't want a partner who doesn't believe in me. And I feel like Leroy is equally as good as Fessy. But I'm happy Leroy got to get Casey back, and Devin is now a rogue agent. Okay. It was a good episode. It was a good episode. Y'all get in the comments. Let me know if I'm tripping about this Redemption House. Let me know if I'm tripping about the trailer. Y'all know my memory ain't the best. They could have showed that part of the super trailer and I don't recall. But I know for sure they have not shown, because there hasn't been a time for Corey and Fessy to go into a crater against each other. So just let me know if I'm tripping or not. But let me know what y'all think about this episode. If y'all are big T lovers, I apologize. Not really, but don't read me too much in the comments. Because they was on it in Twitter, because I was like, Big T didn't give. And they was like, da da da, Big T, yes, the queen, yeah, queen. And I'm like, Anyway, like, comment, share, all of that good stuff. And I will see you all next week for the next review. I'm a little bit excited because I feel like Lolo is finally about to get some camera time. We shall see. All right. Talk to y'all later. Bye.